this going. I was working on, well, first of all, there was sunlight coming through the trees, and it was very pretty. And so that's why I'm sitting here like this. I wasn't just sitting here like this to be, I mean, I'm kind of being a weirdo. But there was sunlight coming through the trees, and it was actually very pretty here in the middle of this jungle here. So I'm no longer away. So how long does it take before it puts me away from my keyboard? I feel like I wasn't away that long, and it just kind of was like, you know what? Bye. Let's see here. So Lomani has determined that the leaves dress used to seal his palm wine coconut shells, which was a gift that we brought back to Lomani from this dressed guy, are none other than the legendary Bacchus grapevine. Eager to confirm his assertions, he bids you take one of the leaves back to Dress and press him for more information. There we go. Beautiful. I'm gonna kill this Gigantoad because I need their skin, and they like never drop it. So the more times I can kill these guys, it helps with crafting. I know I said we weren't gonna do any gathering, but I lied. Apparently I'm just a big stupid liar. No leaps. Oh man, he did it anyways. Rip. I didn't get anything. They don't drop anything. I don't understand how they don't drop anything when they're like 90% skin. Like, those things are massive. You think I'd be able to get so much toad skin from those freaking idiots? Alright, so we have to ask Dressed where he got these leaves from. Dressed. Tell me where you got these leaves from, man. He's like got severe PTSD and he like freaks out. Excuse me. Oh, hello again. What is it? I have these dress leaves for you, man. It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the backs of one such beast? Ew, I hope not. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gubus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. That's okay. I'm a beast. I can defend myself. Search for Gubu near the Juggernaut. So he said it was to the south, so I guess we'll head. Oh, I need to summon up my. So that was Sheldon. That was my mount. This is Sheldon. Sheldon is a beast. I don't think I'm gonna need more than 30 minutes on him this evening for the 2.5 hours that we'll be gaming. But I really hope there's no no Gubus with vines on their back. There's a whole bunch of them here, so it actually might be gross. How many grapes do we need then? God, they're so creepy. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Shezmut. Oh, Shezmu. I thought there was a T there. Shezmu. Ooh. Slice him right in half. They have so many teeth. It's ridiculous how many teeth they have. Alright, do you have grapes on your back? Deliver the Bacchus cutting to Shamani Lomani. Hey, what's up, man? Which is the little nerd that we talked to before. Across the way here. Feels nice being warrior, like actually having like all my abilities and stuff. Hi, Obsidian. How are you? Wait. I suppose I can fight these things. Okay, just getting the way back. Hello? I thought. Oh, I think that plant was phasing in and out behind the tree, and it was actually my brain was not responding the way that I thought it would to what was happening. Perturbed Porter. I don't want to talk to you. Not if you're perturbed. I don't know if that's a good idea for me to speak with you. Sorry. Go be perturbed somewhere else, you freak. Alright, Shamani Lomani. I think I have grapes for you. What did you have to say, Kilzor? Tell me everything. Well, he said that this Gubu might have stuff on its back, and so I killed it, and now I'm bringing this to you in hopes that it had what we needed on its back. Ah, I was right. This smell, this texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Nice. Hey, what's up, man? Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could what? Say it. Say it with your chest. 12 is my witness? It is a Bacchus grapevine. Where did you ever find this fantastic specimen? It was on the back of a gubu. What? You would offer this to me? But why? There's none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus grapevines than you, Master Burglaint. Burglaint. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. I almost said he was going to squander it. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Why are we doing this? Sir, you didn't... Wait, the shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, this couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years after the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years, I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. Oh, thanks, man. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gigi Ruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Kilzor. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. Ah, but do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Wisecap. Alright, Wisecap, we have the wine now. I forgot why we need the wine, but we do need it. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. You guys can grow the grapes now and just make it yourselves. Deliver the Bacchus wine to Wisecap. I'm pretty sure I can just teleport to him, can I? Yeah. Wait, right? He's in here somewhere, isn't he? Is he not? I'm fairly certain that we're supposed to go back to Costa del Sol. Right? Yeah, okay. I thought so. I was like, he's in there. I know he is. I seen him. I seen him before. I have a question, chat. Should we be Paladin tonight or Warrior? Does anybody have a preference on the tankies? Alright, Wisecap, what's up, man? Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me, which, based on the amount of time I put in the game between now and the last time I spoke to this man, it's been like months. So, what of the wine I asked you to bring? I have it. I have created it. It is here. Is that 7 hells of 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Kilzor. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin? And I get a little Gubu Sproutling. Aw, he's so cute. Alright, Y'shtola. You have the look of a man who's been to the 7th hell and back. What is that supposed to mean? She's called me ugly? That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in his own honor, and this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all? It beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such... Oh my gosh. I did not realize we were writing a dissertation this evening. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Am I telling her everything that has transpired since we saw her last? Lady Y'shtola! Sir Ironhammer! I assume that's how this little guy talks. A thousand pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, sir. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, he must have sensed something was amiss. Hey. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Oh, is he getting me? Did I just collect all those people? Spare him your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Kilzor has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten him. Aye, aye. Fair is fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be god-slayers by his own criteria. Even if one found him wanting, he would be rejected without a second thought. But if he proved himself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support his cause. Aw, these guys are so nice. The world has ever been full of brave souls, eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Okay, that makes sense. I see that. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Kilzor with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I'm sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? He's a brave one. That much is certain. He willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost him his life. Excuse me. His skill is undeniable. He stalked his prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Kilzor, however, is a kind and generous soul. I'm certain he has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at his side. Willie Uplander is talented plans maker, tricksy foe for mighty Rockman. Yeah, I helped him get his little house back. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 of the Company of Heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Kilzor Ironhammer, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight Titan. Let's make this crap happen. Yeah. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Kilzor Ironhammer, Titan's Bane. I haven't done anything yet. How can I be Titan's Bane? I can't be Titan's Bane. I haven't killed the Titan. We did it. Yay. Speak with bronze-skinned beauty. What? Hello, bronze-skinned beauty. Congratulations, Sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Partake in the festivities. Partake of the feast. Where's the foods? An exotic feast. Mind if I do? Do love me some food. We just had sushi for dinner. I'm very full. Hey, give me some food, man. That does look pretty good. That also looks very good. I don't know what that said. The Elvina. I don't know, something. The letters almost look backwards. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief, transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. What? I mean, I feel like that describes every time I eat food, so that's fine. Speak with the former members of the Company of Heroes. Alright, Shamani Lomani. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa Laminsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Oh gosh, I hate how these guys talk. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Gooby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Oh, okay, thanks man. Appreciate it. Ah, Kilzor, you brave fool. Promise me when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonel sends his regards. Sure, I guess. I don't know if he'll remember you, but I'll do that. You are a veteran of countless battles, Kilzor. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. Okay, wise cat. You are blessed with the fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. Okay, Y'shtola, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's go summon the Titan. This is kind of a small, like, rinky-dink party. You were kind to indulge them, Kilzor. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I don't deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Yeah, I need you to tell me what we're doing. Look at that side eye. I don't know if you... Can you guys see that side eye? I think the camera was probably in the way, so you guys probably couldn't see it. Mount speed has increased in eastern Lenosha. Thank goodness. Wise Cat truly intends to tell you how you may face Titan this time. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lenosha. There, you will meet with Riol, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given him the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that this is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Okay. The risks that are inherent in the method. Whistle loudly in 3 locations near Bronze Lake. Okay, well, I'm going. Gooboo! I have a little Gooboo Sproutling. I forgot that I got that. I'm gonna use it and learn it. Thank you. You can now summon the Gooboo Sproutling minion. Yay! Now we have to whistle in these 3 locations, and then those dudes are gonna come out. Alright, that's 1 whistle. I need to repair my gear. I'm freaking rich, y'all. Almost doubled my money over the weekend. Second destination. Is this stuff like actually like words? I don't think it's actually words. Like, at least not in like the English language. I don't speak any other languages, so. Where's this 3rd whistle? It's right here. Alright, that's 3 whistles, and then he's gonna meet me in a 4th location. Let's go find him. Ulrich. That's funny, I was just watching A Knight's Tale, and Ulrich is the main character. Is it over here somewhere? Is it inside? Is it on top? Oh, it is. He's way up there. Riol. What's up, Riol? You're 6 or more levels above the recommended level for this fate. What's up, Riol? Greetings, mate. Might you be the one Captain said would come calling? Aye, I thought so. Pay attention now, because I ain't explained myself twice. Okay, I'm ready. Give it to me. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this Beastman Aetheryte, see? Beastmate? What's that look for? Not familiar with him? No, I was actually just thinking the same thing. What does that mean? He speaks of an unamplified Aetheryte which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there's no fundamental difference between such Aetherites and those which you have used on countless occasions, Kilzor. Ah, well, if it ain't the Charlayan Lass. I almost said ass. Charlayan Lass. Welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath I can't say this on the first go. The tunnels beneath Homero form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. Oh. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step, and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons A rock's in your noggin. Suicide even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around. And it was that as got us thinking. I mean, Ughamaro mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an aetheryte, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were aetheryte shards in the depths of Ughamaro, you would have needed to attune yourselves to them before you could identify their signatures within the live stream. Oh, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had this Charlayan bloke to help us. He delivered us right into the Titan's bed chamber, he did. I don't rightfully know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing any Charlayan scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. So it's saying that she could do it? Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the aetherytes in question happen to be... Ah, yes, but in order to guide a traveler to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible in theory at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. She says, oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. I like this guy. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the aetheryte? It ain't far, though there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle, mind. It's true. I'm ready to freaking bash some kobold brains in. We'll go see what's going on. Okay, so we need to go to Zelma's Run. Okay, so it's just up this way. It's getting dark though. It's so dark. Ooh, a fate. I'm not doing it. Bye. It's level 33 fate too, so I can technically do it. Excuse me, nerds. I mean, I guess if you want the smoke, you can have it, but it's your funeral, homeboy. See ya. He's just dead. Alright, Kobold Pitman. Boom! Get tomahawk, idiot. I'm really glad that when I use the tomahawk, it doesn't like necessarily like mess up my rotation, which is pretty nice. Like I can have like do my rotation and then throw something, and then when I throw something, like I still have that next ability being empowered, as if it was the next one in order. What's up, noobs? I'm gonna pull all these guys actually. Oh, they actually all pulled on their own, so it's fine. Okay, let's get. Can you guys all get together, please? This is kind of why I like this a little bit better than Paladin. I also realized that Paladin has significantly less defensive cooldowns, which kind of sucks. Alright, we got it. The Beastman Aetheryte. So is this the one that we are trying to attune to teleport to, or is this one going to teleport us into Titan? So, this is the aetheryte the Company of Heroes used to gain access to Titan's Sanctuary. Sanctuary! It is as Populemos speculated. In its present state, this aetheryte signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you'll have to proceed without me, Kilzor. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Okay. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the aetheryte signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. Okay. I'm kind of scared. Now let's see if I am worth my salt. I'm a little nervous about going and seeing the Titan by myself. I've located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you'll find there, so stint not in your preparation. Okay, well I have some potions, some health potions and stuff, but The Navel now accessible. A new regular duty has been added to the duty finder. Okay, examine the Beast Man Aetherite. Lord of Crags. Okay, so we have to do confront the Titan in the Navel. The Navel or the Navel? Alright, is there anybody out there who wants to do this with me before I try to find a group for the Navel? Is it a trial? It is a trial. It's a level 34 trial. Having passed the seemingly endless trials imposed upon you by the Company of Heroes, you've been entrusted with the knowledge of a secret way into the Navel, the domain of the Primal Titan. Courtesy of Yashol's magics, the Beastman Aetherite is now primed to send you to a confrontation with the Lord of Crags. Gird your loins for a struggle of titanic proportions. Anybody? I'll give you guys a second if anybody wants to come run this with me. If not, I will do it by myself. Oh, I didn't realize how thirsty I was. Holy crap. Okie dokie. Join average wait time less than 5 minutes. Perfect. I'm ready. Sheldon, let's kill some more of these little nerds. Whenever anybody's doing like the leveling or anything, that's how I was. That's kind of part of the reason why I was able to level so quickly, was because I was doing the leveling ones, and they were just, I was basically just getting into like every group because I was a tank and I was being pulled in to like everything, which is nice. But it looks like we don't have any healers on right now. Oh, there he goes. Okay, well hold on, let me kill this guy. Jeez, rushing me and shit. I'm ready. Let's do it. Alright, now we're just waiting on the DPS. Yeah, so it must be people who are doing like the leveling thingy. Alright, hopefully these guys are chill and they wait for me. I usually, normally they do. People are usually pretty chill with like waiting for me and stuff. Look, an overdweller. Yes, yes, an invader from above. He uses our aetherite against us. He has defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary. Trespassed, violated, defiled. Ah. Poor kobolds. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear him not. His fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You shall be first to face judgment, then Limsa Laminsa and her oathbreakers. Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. Ah. Oh, great father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you. The music, though. Oh, it's like a big rock dudes. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. He has come, the Lord of Crags, Titan has come. Earth dweller, art thou deaf to their weeping? Thy vile kind coveteth ever the blessing of the land, and murdereth my children by the score, all in service to greed. Such sins are beyond pardon. Ah, but I am not the first to suffer thy defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit low. True, I did. Godless overdweller, thy myriad heresies shall not go unpunished. Upon thee shall I wreak a terrible vengeance. Alright, bring it on, big body, tiny head. Wow, he's kind of scary looking. Alright, y'all, this is my first time in here. I'm just gonna use a defensive out the gate just to be safe. So he's getting his butt pretty thoroughly whooped. Okay, he's gone. I assume the further away from this we are, the less damage we take. Okay, nice. Watch out! Watch out! Ooh. So he's halfway, so he's gonna go back up again. Titan's heart? Wait. So if we attack his heart, what happens? Actually, no, I don't remember. Thrill of Battle gives me extra health and then heals me for the extra health that I've been provided, so... Nice. Okay, he's gone again. I'm backing up again. Tremble before the might of the earth. Ow. It's rude as hell. I'm trying not to move him. Oh, then they've got like shit out there that they have to like dodge and stuff. Excuse me. Oh, we got him. Oh, he's so dead. Easy peasy, man. Really not that hard at all, if I'm honest. That was pretty easy. That was nice. The Lord of Crags, Great Father Titan has fallen. No! I'm gonna have to round those guys up and slaughter them now. Pink, 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 pink. I get another little crystal. Now I have, I think I need 2 more? Maybe? Oh no, yeah, I do need 2 more. Okay, what happens when I get all of them? Don't ruin it, actually. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Nobody tell me what happens when I get all of them. We did it. The crimes of the Overdwellers shall never be forgiven, never be forgotten. No, no, never! 'Twas your kind who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression, or never will there be peace. Until our dying breaths, we shall defy you. Deny, decry, defy. Okay, bye. I mean, you guys can also get the smoke if you want. Oh, here's these guys, the Garleans. Now, these are the readings one would expect of an icon. What's an icon? I've seen enough. We proceed as planned. This is Nero, right? We don't know who this guy is yet. Are you sure there's wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. The trusted mine, Rititin? Trusted mine, Rititin. My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Why, if there be truth to the legends, it could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea, given but a little while longer. Is that not so? It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. He's upset now. You've made him upset, he said. La Habrea, fool. And now he has a 4th. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. For though you have come, your work is far from done. I need 2 more. Y'shtola. Be careful. And not remained to mark his passing. Well, the Ascians are nothing if not elusive. It is of little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. But they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly share? The big questions. The big questions. Why are the Ascians and the Empire working together? Hmm? I fear I might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. I've taken measures to ensure that we are not pursued. Yet, I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Aetheryte in Zelma's Run, and we will rendezvous at Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed? Sure, I guess. But my loot! What about my loot? Wait, was there no loot? You guys, there wasn't any loot. What the frick? Did I get a... I didn't get a thingy. No. Hey, Arkin, how's it going? I just killed Titan. All by myself. Didn't get no help. I'm just kidding. I had a group of people. Woo! How you doing? Happy Wednesday. Hope your Christmas was well. Rendezvous with your Stola at Bronze Lake. Okay, I will. Thanks, man. Yeah, it was good. I was here by myself, but it wasn't bad. I mean, just kind of played video games all day, hung out with the cat, and had a pretty good time, honestly. I remember what I ate Christmas Day, though, to be honest. Did you do anything cool for Christmas? Just open presents and hang out with the fam? No, Kobold Pitman! Run! I don't remember if you were here Monday. I don't think you were able to make it in Monday before I shut it down. But I leveled Warrior, or I unlocked Warrior. And I'm level 38 now as Warrior, so we now have 2 tank specs to play with. Alright, your Stola. I'm relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss our next step. I'm ready, Y'shtola. What's our next step? Y'shtola is keen to discuss your next task. Though word will already have reached Maelstrom Command, protocol requires a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission's success. The honor is rightfully yours, Kilzor. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. Okay, bye. See ya. Christmas was good. Had 2 this weekend, and it's great to see family. Yeah, I agree. I had a video call with my family pretty early in the morning for a few hours, but then they were taking off to go visit other family that I have that actually live near them. I'm the only one who lives out here in Ohio. My other brother lives in Maine, and then my one brother is currently abroad, serving in the military. And my parents live in Wyoming, so like we're all kind of like across the place. Like if we ever wanted to like get together, we'd all have to like travel to one place, you know. Oh, you're in Maine too. Wow. There's a few other people who watch the stream who also live in Maine, so that's funny that you guys all live in Maine. Yeah, I think there's there's at least 3 or 4 other people who sometimes pop into the stream who also live in Maine, so that's funny. We got a lot of Mainans. I don't know actually if that's what we're supposed to say, but lots of Mainans out here. Manians. Mainoans? Mainers. Maniacs. Manians. Oh, I also did... Here, let me go up and I'll show you. Did this too. I don't think we talked about it that much. But I worked on my currency a little bit too, my company seal, so I have almost 10,000 at the moment. But I leveled up my rank, I think is what I'm trying to say. My rank. I don't know actually how to look at what my rank is. Oh, right here. To Storm Corporal, but I can't take it any higher than Storm Corporal because I need to finish off my hunting thing for them, but I can't do the hunting thingy until I can make it to Korthus Central Highlands and Dragonhead, which I think is a Heaven's Ward area, isn't it? excuse me. So, and these ones are also stuck about the same spot as well, where I have to make it that far. It is AAR? Oh, ARR? Okay. So eventually I'll get there, but I haven't unlocked that area. I was looking on the world map here, for Corthius, and it looks like it's not like super big. Like we've got Camp Dragonhead, we've got Foundation here. So I just assume that eventually I will end up making my way there. Soon-ish? I can't freaking wait, man. I'm so excited. Look at these weirdos. You guys stop it? Alright, I'm back. I'm back and I did the mission. It's good to see you, Corporal Ironhammer. See, I'm a corporal now. I'm not private. Or I can pick you up in a flying motor car and drive you there. That's okay. No. We'll get there eventually. I would like things to unfold at its natural pace. I feel like I'm level 40 on 2 tank classes. A lot of my crafting stuff is over level 30. I feel like I'm well ahead of most people at my level, so I'm fine just kind of coasting along and enjoying the main story and just kind of chilling and hanging out with you guys. So I'm in no hurry to rush along. Having a good time, taking it at my own pace, and kind of enjoying it. And then when we get there, we'll get there. So I think I've unlocked I think all of the map at the moment for like this part of the world. So I'm very happy with like where we're sitting as far as things go. It's good to see you, Corporal Ironhammer. Word of your triumph reached me some while ago, but I'm pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit and now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the Warriors of Light less keenly, and there could be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. Suffice it to say, we are glad to have a scion in our ranks. I shall relay the details of your report to Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the scions of the 7th Dawn. Until next time, Corporal. Oh, she's calling me. Hello, Minfilia. Kilzor, this is Minfilia. Ystrola has informed me of your success. You've won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, one that shall not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and Ystrola emerged from Ogahomero unscathed. Why, Tantu and the others seemed as glad of that as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be waiting for your return at the Waking Sands. There's much to discuss. Godspeed. Okie dokie. That's the way to do it. Should be mid-30s for the MSQ quest. Okay, I think that's about where we are. Let me see, what level is it? 34, so yeah, so we should be pretty close. So it actually might be the next thing that we do, because this one's all wrapped up. I did some quests already in Gridania as well, and then I've done the Thanalan, which is my starter ones. So I feel like it's probably the next place we go to, if I had to think about it. Like when I look at the maps and stuff, I've been everywhere here. Black Shroud. I've been everywhere. I haven't been to. Oh, those are dungeons. Okay, oh, those are dungeons. Yeah. So I think I've been in the dungeons. Maybe not all of them. And then Thanalan. I've been everywhere in Thanalan as well. So except for the Golden Saucer, we haven't been there yet. I have yet to achieve the sauce. I also reorganized my inventory. How's that look? Does it look painful yet? Ooh, nice. When I say it won't be long, it could be 3 quests that take an hour. It's true, especially knowing me. I'm very good at being sidetracked and doing things that we shouldn't do. And I don't know if I showed you this either, because like I said, I don't remember if you were here or not, but these are my disciples of like my crafting and gathering stuff. So carpenter's at 32, armor's at 31, goldsmith's at 30, leatherworking is at 31, alchemist is at 30, culinary is at 30, miner's at 32, botanist is at 38, and fisher's at 26. So fisher's actually my lowest one. Fisher and weaver are my lowest ones right now. Something on the Discord, great progress. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's very hard. I still have to go back and do like most of these, like the ones that are level 31. I've done the level 30 quests, like culinary, alchemist, goldsmith. I still have to do the level 30 quests for them, but everything else I've already done the level 30 quests, and so I'm already working up to 35 with those ones. Weaver's kind of hard. I don't know how much crafting you do, but like I'm not a big fan of Weaver. It kind of ticks me off, because like you need this dew thread to make this undyed velveteen, but then you also need the cotton, which like I've got a bunch of those. And then you need like 4 or 5 of them and an additional dew thread, which the dew thread only comes from farming these freaking Danamites, or whatever they're called. And twice I've gone there, and both times that I've gone there, there's been somebody else there farming them that's much higher level than me and just like one-shotting them, and I can't get a hit any edgewise. And so like it's kind of frustrating because I feel like Weaver is going to take me some time, just because I'm going to have to go like really early in the morning or something when I'm supposed to be like editing videos and stuff to go like get some dynamite web. Like if you can't use markets, a lot of these skills may be a pain. Yeah, that's okay. I enjoy farming, like I do. I like popping up songs and just listening to songs and farming. Like it's, to me, like that's fun. That's the appeal. And I feel, to me, it feels a lot better when I actually achieve it because I've spent a lot of time like farming and grinding and doing all that stuff. I think I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going for this. It's just Vesper Bay, right? Yeah. Not that like obviously there are periods of time where like it's fine to just like purchase things because like I don't mind doing that either because sometimes it can be absolutely frustrating. But like I do like the grinding and like the like man, the other day I finished and I had like a bunch of different items in my inventory where I'd made like hundreds of them. Like let me see if I can remember. Like woodworking, I made so much oak log the other day. Was it oak log? It was oak log. I made like 14 of these. I made like 50 of these. I need to do that for the quest. I get walnut lumber. I made like 200 of those. Smithing, I didn't really do anything in smithing. Goldsmithing, I did something in goldsmithing that I just did like, I just made like 1,000 of them. What was it? It was these. Earth, I have wind, and I have ice. I think I made combined like 500 of them. Like I'm not even kidding you. I made so many of them, and I got 10 levels from it, but it was ridiculous how long it took me. I'll probably just do it again, honestly. Leatherworking, I think I did a bunch of toad leather, made a bunch of it, which is because of this alumin. But I find that the quick synthesis, you don't get the 300%. So I think I actually synthesized like 50 of these. So I literally just like clicked through and just like did it over and over and over again because you got the more experience. And I didn't want to waste these materials because I need these materials for blacksmithing also. So like that took me a really long time to do. And then various items, like I made a couple of these. I got really lucky. Like some of the items that I picked to make them because like they were easier. Like this was pretty easy. Like I've got iron. I already had a couple on dye cloth, and then I've got the toad leather. I don't remember if it was this or I think it was the jacket actually, because I actually literally have the materials to make one right now. And I was like, oh, I'll just make one because I already have the material, you know. And so I made it, and I went and did the quest because I think it got me up to level 30 that I needed. And the quest needed me to make that jacket. And so like I've had that happen a few times where like I'll grind out the materials to make things that I think are pretty easy. Like this is pretty easy. Like the materials for this is really not that hard, especially since I already have some. And so I was like, oh, you know, I'll make it. I'll get the experience for making it the one time, and then, you know, we'll see what happens. And it had to be of exceptional value. And so like because I, you know, want to make sure that I'm getting that 300% experience, it was already of exceptional value. And so I didn't have to farm anything. I didn't have to do anything. I just turned the quest in. I think I did that with that. I think woodworking was like that. I think alchemy might have been like that too. Alchemy was actually kind of annoying. I just made a bunch of linseed oil. And that was really easy because like a lot of alchemy's kind of a pain in the butt, but not quite as much as clothcraft is though. Clothcraft I think is really gonna, weaving is really gonna kind of I think piss me off. Not as much as cooking though. Cooking doesn't have, like right now I do have like this dark vinegar for the noble grapes. That's gonna be fine. But like alligator salad. What the frick, man? I need an alligator pear, I need paprika, I need table salt, I need dark vinegar, I need olive oil, I need blue cheese. That sounds delicious, but holy shit. Cornbread? I need a milk, an egg, water, olive oil, I need flour, cornmeal. Holy frick, man. And so like cooking, like I'm gonna level cooking as long as I can like continue just like do these little things here. But like, man, and the reason I do the little things like that is because like when I go collect these noble grapes, I can also level my gathering at the same time by just gathering for like an hour and then just like making a whole bunch of shit. And so like it makes it so like they are all leveling at the same time. And like I said, it's nice. I'm kind of a nerd about it, but I have a really good time with it. It's a lot of fun. I really like gathering and doing shit like that. So check out levy quests for culinary, and the recipes may be complex, so you'll get loads of XP. That's the other thing that I need to look into, because I've just kind of been like farming and just like grabbing things. And I haven't really been doing the levy quests, and I think I need to. I think that's really going to make it a lot easier. The grand companies have good daily rewards for deliveries. Okay, let's look at those as well. Yeah. For sure. Alright, looks like something is happening outside the house here. Now that we're returning to the Waking Sands, and I'm a little afraid to see what's going on. Ho, friends! Are you guys okay? What's going on? Was that screaming I heard? I'm not sure I want to know. Screaming. Wait, what? You hear that commotion just now? What in the seven hells were they doing in there? Wrestling a Peisty? You look like the adventurous type. Mind taking a quick look? Oh no, what happened? Okay. Tadaru's not up here. I swear, if something awful happened, I'm deleting this game from my computer. Oh my god. Arkin, this is a serious moment. I'm actually kind of sad. My gosh, there's dead people everywhere. Oh my god. Is Minfilia okay? Neurexia, no! This one is glad, walking one is safe.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heavens he is safe. Louisoix, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time, it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Oh my god, is that like a shotgun?
Advance no further.
Oh, it is like a gun. Holy crap.
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring him forth, or you shall know no mercy.
Tadaru, no!
Confound it. Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
Oh my god, I thought she was dead.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
Oh! I mean, I don't know what Neurexia thought was gonna happen. What was the message, Neurexia?
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once!
Okay, so they took Tataru.
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough!
Jesus, that guy was messed up. He was just stabbing him back there forever.
We leave. Bring the prisoners.
No, Neuraxia got freaking punted, though. Walking one Minfilia asked this one to... No, Neuraxia, don't die. Wait, heal them. In case Walking One returned, this one was to say... At church in Eastern Thanalan, Walking One must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect Walking One Minfilia from Imperial ones. Forgive this one. Save... No, Neuraxia. It's actually kind of sad. I'm sad now, you guys. That was dark, quick. Holy crap. Whew. I don't know who that person is, but she just blasted everyone. Holy cow. I'm glad whoever that guy was got shot by her, because he was just like excessively stabbing people for no reason. Could hear him in the background, just like stab, 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 just like over and over and over again. Like, come on. My little ducky. Wow. I'm like actually, like very sad. That was, wow. Whew. Get you right in the feels, kinda. So we're gonna go to this church. Also, I know you didn't ask, and you're probably not going to, but I'm wearing a hat because I'm actually filthy this evening. Finally, after looking, hello Obsidian, you're fine. I figured that's what was going on. You don't have to apologize. So I've been to this church quite a few times. Is this person dead? What's going on here? Hello? No, not blacksmith. Stay warrior, please. Jeez. Now I gotta wait for all my health to come. You know what? I'm gonna eat some dried plums. I wish my health would regen quicker. Just wait for 8 million years. I don't know how much of that you saw, Obsidian, but I'm sure you know about it already, but that made me really sad. At least we know they're all okay. Iliad. Is something troubling you, my son? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. Yeah, I suffered a lot. If there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. Forgive me, Father, for I have said, the wild roses are dead, Father, and I know not what to do. The wild roses? I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. Tell me, what should I do? Spectacles. How could this have happened? And you're certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Yes. Neuraxia gave their life to give me the message. Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I would feel so lost. If, like, I had made all these friends and then they were all taken away from me, and I'd just be like, what do I do? I've known her since she was but a child. Will do I recall the day of our first meeting? I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marquez, would you come here for a moment? Yes, father? I remember him. At least speaking of him, I'm pretty sure. If you require assistance, pray speak with Marquez. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Marquez is a survivor of the Battle of Cartano. Alas, his experience took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Marquez, I want you to look after Kilzor. Do you understand? Yes, father. Why is he glaring at me? You better freaking... Unless you want your lights to be freaking punched out, you better back up, homeboy. Alright, hold on, I gotta type something out. Okay. Alright, Marquez. Marquez has a personal request to make of you. Okay, what is it? Excuse me, Kilzor, do you have a moment? It concerns this broken horologe, which was found in the pocket of a man here for bear. What's a horologe? 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 What's a horologe? There's something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone in my stead to obtain a ballpoint chisel and a pair of needle-nose pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths. Perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. Okay. Can do. I mean, I probably have one. I'm a very decent goldsmith myself, if you want me to just give you one. I'm sure I have a spare somewhere in my inventory. Oh, excuse me. Boing. You've entered a sanctuary. Obsidian says she's here from lurking, and then disappears into the shadows again. Whee! Alright, so we need a traveling goldsmith. Hello, traveling goldsmith. A ballpoint chisel, you say, and a pair of needle-nose pincers? Those things don't come cheap, you know. That's okay. I've got this weighty coin purse. Balls. I mean, yes, that would be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. Thief. It's okay. How are you? How was your Christmas? I don't think I spoke with you on Monday either. Alright, I'm back. What are you tinkering with? I have your stuff for you. You bought the tools I requested? I did. Here you go. Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. Okay, bye. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, this sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how did I do it? These hands, my hands, they moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Kilzor. This was a mistake. Please give the horloge to Sister Alund. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it best it be returned to him. Right? Do they tell me what a holage is? Holohoge? Oh, is that who this person is out front who's just like been murdered? Good morrow to you, sir. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? He's just dead. Or he's taking a pretty powerful nap. I'm getting my 2023 planner set up on my iPad, and it's not wanting to cooperate. Whatever you do, don't throw the iPad. That's the most important rule I have for you. You know, it's a thingamabob. It's a doohickey. Never before have I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passing of time? Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I'm given to understand that its cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Marquez said that it belonged to the deceased. Oh dear, you don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? It may behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Dreadbone. But mayhap more importantly, how did Marquez manage to repair this device? I know he had a talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. True, actually, she has a point. Is he a spy? Marquez is a spy. Open this. Okay, I got a new axe. You think it's better than the axe I have? It is not. Frick. Which, honestly, wait, how's it not? Hold on. So I got this axe. Oh, it's like barely less strong. Let me see. So I lose 1 damage. Auto attack is less. The delay is the same. I gain 1 strength. I gain a lot of critical hit though. But I lose 6 vitality and 8 hit. I gain 2 materia. So if I let me see here. If I meld this, I actually can't. Dang it! It's just outside of my crafting, so I can't actually meld it. Frick. I don't have anything to really put in it either. So, but if I could meld it, it would be worth it. Unfortunately, Apple kind of has the market on tablets. That's true. That's very true. I recognize you now, Kilzor. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the Waking Sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you find closure. Speak with a merchant outside the way. Oh my gosh, I have to go all the way back? But I guess I have a whole bunch of these little ticket thingies, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. I don't trust my Amazon tablet to do anything except play Netflix. I think a calendar would just be too... Oh man, just too much information for the poor little calendar to handle, and the iPad just turns off. Hello. You don't look like one of them church fellas. Not that I'll turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to the lich yard they go. Be thankful you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. 'Twas the sight of nightmares, I tell you. God's damned Imperials. I don't know what quarrel they had with these folks, and I sure as hell don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, ain't I seen you around here before? Or do you just have one of them faces? Ah, never mind. Anyway, there's a carriage come to haul the bodies to the lich yard out by the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I have a mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of the folk will start to turn. This guy doesn't even know who I am. I just like approach this guy, and he's like, you look fine. Yeah, you just carry him for me? Holy shit. This is sad, actually. Like, I'm saddened by this. This is gonna take 1,000 years. My Kindle Fire is junk. I don't have anything like that. I think my girlfriend has a Kindle. But I don't have anything like that, unfortunately. Neuraxia. I just noticed that Neuraxia is the last corpse. happened to the big fella? Oh, forget it. Just bring the next badge and toss him in the bag. I mean, like, they'll complain if you're tough. It's true. Lend you a strong one. 4 in 1 trip. Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. It's true. Hey, Callum. Callum, I'm so sorry to do this to you, but it's commercial time. Did you have to watch commercials on your way in, actually, before I run this, Callum? You did, didn't you? You sub? Are you? Okay, well then I'm gonna run a commercial. Or wait. Nope. Did you get hit with those commercials, Callum? One body. You guys, I don't want to have to carry Neuraxia. Can we take... Do they let us take Neuraxia with us? Wait, this is... It says Fallen Sylph. This is Neuraxia, you stupid game. Oh, you didn't get one coming in? Okay. I don't think he can hear me yet, but... This guy's name is For Sure. Nice. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. Listen, I've got all these freaking bodies. Oh, it is Neuraxia. No! That should be all of them. Thanks for the help. Reckon it won't be too long to deliver all the corpses to the Lich Yard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them that our work here is done. Okay. I'll just travel all the way back. Gallum, are you back yet? You back yet, Gallum? Galoom? He's probably not back yet. It's probably like, he should be back in like a second though, I feel like. Gallum! Gallum! Oh, but you didn't get one? Oh, I thought when I asked you, did you get commercials? You said yeah. I thought you were answering what I typed in. I didn't realize that. Might be. Sorry, Gum. I thought you were watching commercials. Sorry. I was confused. You're fine. You're fine. Okay. Illumined. The bodies should be coming. I see that you've decided to heed my advice. I pray that in doing so you found some small measure of peace. No! I'm even more pissed off about Neuraxia being dead. I hate this. I'm done playing Final Fantasy. Neuraxia got murdered, that's it. We're done. This is the last day we're playing. The first carriage for Vesper Bay arrived not long ago, and we've begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that, for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. And just like that, the MSQ ends. That's right. Roll the credits. This will be the last video on the tubes. Ooh. I want that helmet just because it looks sick. That's the only reason. It's because it looks cool as shit. But the glasses, the mithril spectacles. Man, that helmet's not better than my helmet. Let's see. Let's do an item comparison here. So the helmet I have has more defense. Nah, mine's definitely better. Frick. Sister Loom wishes to discuss one of the scions who perished at the Walking Sands. Although we can perform rites for most of the scions, there is one whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to a people, the Sylphs of Little Solace. Neuraxia. It is only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn her in accordance with Sylphic traditions. I legit am gonna cry. Like, I'm like on the verge of tears like at least twice now. Man. Just right in the feels. Especially since we're going to speak with the leader, whose name I can't remember. And he's going to, like, get all, like, emotional, too, I bet. Because Araxia was serving... I don't remember... What's the king of the Sills name? Does anybody remember? Oh. You'll get a mount soon, I promise. Level 20-ish. Camuxio! That's right. Well, that's not the leader, but Camuxio is somebody we've talked about before. This one is surprised to see Walking One and Little Solus. How can these ones assist Walking Ones? Here's Neuraxia's corpse. Neuraxia! But this one does not understand. I don't understand either. Camuxio, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solus? But why? These ones have not requested further aid. Hey, bring a corpse. Neuraxia, how did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So, not only Neuraxia, but many of Walking One's friends were lost as well. Aw, Frixio. Neuraxia, no, stop it. Stop crying. Neuraxia went to Thanalan to the behest of this one. Walking One was with Neuraxia at the end. Tell this one that Neuraxia was brave. Tell this one that Neuraxia did not suffer. I don't know. They, like, got punted into the wall and then laid on the ground for, like, a really long time. So they probably suffered, right? Like, at least, like a little bit. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Neuraxia home, Walking One. These ones would also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial ones must pay. Imperial ones must suffer. When the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Neuraxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. Ah! And we go back. Return to Elune. Oh my gosh, we're just teleporting across the world right now. Holy crud. These ones. Those ones. Walking ones. Praying ones. These ones. They're not as bad as the kobolds, though. I literally can't, like, even though I'm, like, reading it and, like, looking at the text, I literally can't understand what the kobolds are saying. Not the kobolds, the goblins. Or no, it is a kobold, right? Yeah, kobolds. Just kidding. I don't think there are goblins in this game. It's not yet. The kobolds are funny. I hate the kobolds. We thank you for your service to the church and to the Sills. You may be pleased to know that in your absence, we entered the remaining scions in the lynch yard. Perhaps you will still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I would remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Kilzor. Listen. 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 This makes me think of Mortuary Assistant, and it's going to give me nightmares. Alright, Marquez, lay it on me. What are we doing next, bro? Marquez believes he's being watched. I'm not imagining Kilzor. I know I'm being watched. This is different. Sinister. It is as if I'm under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when last I ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me, please? It will only take a moment. You're about to sick somebody on me? I'm about to get freaking jumped. Huh. I freaking knew it. I knew it. There's some sneaky mans over here. There must be. What's up? Blowfly swarms. Ooh, a graveyard. Yes, because this is where I would go if I thought I was being watched. I would go all the way over here. Hey, what's up, man? Guess who's stunned? You are, nerd. Oh, wow, he's actually really strong. Holy crap. I guess he's level 35. Wow, actually the quest is... I've actually almost caught the quest that was my level. Nice, look at that. Jeez, get freaking destroyed, homie. Anybody else? Anybody else want some of this? Okay, so there was an Imperial nerd looking around. You guys didn't see those guys over there? Useless. Like, why even have them here if they're not going to protect us, right? Am I right? Also, Gallum. I seen something today when I logged into Final Fantasy. Dock their pay. Off with their heads! I mean, that's quite a jump, I guess, from docking their pay to just, like, murdering them. Gallum, what do you think I saw today when I logged into Final Fantasy at 7:30? What do you think I saw? What do you think? I want you to guess. What do you think I saw? Why can't I go up here? I wish this game would not have invisible walls and let me go wherever I wanted. Naked cat girl. I mean, I did see that. That's true. That did happen. But no, it has... Sorry, so it has nothing to do with Final Fantasy. It has everything to do with me booting up my computer and Battle.net opening up and my friends list showing up and showing all my friends that were playing World of Warcraft. I'm playing a bit again. It's like cocaine, man. You just gotta, like, step away from it for a little while. Alright, Marquez, give it to me. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please, allow me a moment alone. Wait. Father Iliad must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Alright, Father Iliad, Marquez is like, his brain is like mush. Heavens forfend. That such a thing should happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? Here's a Imperial short sword that I apparently collected. This is Garlean steel, which means the man who was watching Marquez was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come. Okay, well, I mean, there's guards, like, at the door. They should just open their freaking eyeballs. Something tells me I don't make it out. It's Alphanade. Otherwise known as Alfie. What's up, man?
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate.
True.
At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the 7th Dawn.
Ooh, is his sister, like, still being crazy somewhere?
And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Cid Garland. I have come for you.
This guy's Garland? No way.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait, Hear me, Cid. Eorzea needs you.
What were those noises that he just made? So I assume he's known who he is this whole time.
Cid, was it?
Oh,
Here,
he had no idea.
these belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
I was wondering what those things were on his head. That's a pretty sick hammer. He's not fixing anything with that hammer, though. Dude's breaking things.
Who are you?
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the 3 city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction.
Is it different in one of the later expansions? His voice actor changes. I heard all the voice actors change, and I hear that it's kind of weird to hear them all again. Oh yeah.
Leaving the scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more.
Oh no.
And she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength.
Yeesh.
Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled.
True.
If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Cid.
I have an airship?
Apparently. I mean, yeah, it's what everybody keeps talking about.
Cid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity. So let us begin our search there.
Ooh.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
Ready. I'm ready to reckon with people.
They need my airship. They need me.
Yep, with both of those things. Yeah, you and your airship. Yep. I'm glad that he's catching up. All the voice actors change. Is that just because, like, I mean, I wonder why that is. Was it like a really long period between ARR and the next expansion? Is that why all the voice actors end up changing? You get to see the character faces now without a mask. What does that mean? Oh, like the Garleans? Garleans faces? What a curious twist of fate that Master Cid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Kilzor. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the calamity, much like the great Gubu Wall of Ulda. It states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Korthus. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Falgord Float, the closest settlement to Korthus. Perhaps the serpents stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Sid, Kilzor. Hey, thanks, man. Your character? What do you mean? My character doesn't have a mask on. Does it? Is this a mask? Is that not what my character looks like? Adorable. Adorable, cute little Lala. I don't understand. I don't understand what you mean that I get to see characters' faces now without a mask. Oh. It's true. I did. I don't think I've had a helmet for a minute though. Let me see. Where's my helmet currently? Yeah, this is what my helmet's been for a little while. Is this weird thingy here. I think my paladin is like exactly the same too, so I don't know which one I like more, paladin or warrior at the moment. Paladin is only a couple levels higher than my warrior, but I think they're about the same, honestly. I think I like warrior because they have more defensives, but for the most part they're like virtually the exact same thing. Like at the moment anyways. I think warrior does a little bit more damage than paladin. Warrior is pretty nice. I do like warrior. We'll have to see what happens with the rework. Speak with Aethelmare. What's up, Aethelmare? Is there aught I can assist you with, sir? The Enterprise. You speak of Master Garland's ship. Yes, I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Korthus. What became of it after that I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Vortifart at Florentil's Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Well, I have a secret that I can't tell you about flying that ship. So we're gonna fly it. We're gonna fly that thing so high into the sky. Boop. Speak with Vortifart. That's how you say his name, right? Vortifart. Well, I suppose I could have literally just like walked up this way and just gone into the highlands from here. I didn't even think about it. Vortifart, exactly. Look, that's exactly how they spell it here. Look, Vortifart. You've come in search of Vortifart? Then well met, for you have found him. That's how you say that, right? Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Korthus. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. Okay, well, you're gonna tell me, or give me the information that I seek, sir? Oh no, altered heavy steel. I think mine is actually still gonna be better than this. I'm probably gonna pick it just to see, but 'twas on the eve of the Battle of Cartano, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Korthus. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamund descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider proving yourselves to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I've little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Alright, I'm ready. Let's freaking go. At the observatorium. Map. I'm assuming that is in Korthus. It is. In the Black Shroud. Alright, you guys ready? First step into Korthus. Do. Whee! Nailed it. Oh, it's like a wintry place. I don't have the armor for this, actually. It's too cold for me to be here. I think we're just gonna leave. Yeah, I think it's time to go, actually. It's too cold up here for my wee bones. Ooh. A Highland Kubu. What's up, Kubu? What's up, nerd? You want some of this? Hmm? You want some of this? Get tripped, idiot. It's like blizzarding. Holy frick. Is it because it's nighttime? Oh, it's actually like that's the weather. The weather is the weather is blizzarding. Roll credits, that's it. We made it to where the frick are we? What's this place called? Corthus. It was too cold and we died. Game over. Bum bum bum. Come here, nerd. I'd like to fight you, please. Ooh, I want your friends too. What's up, man? Boom! 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 I really like being able to like AoE pull things. Not that like I don't feel like I can do that on the paladin, but the damage definitely it feels a lot better on the warrior for sure. Being able to just like scoop up people like that and mess them up like that feels really nice. Alright, Gallum. Give me your rundown of Dragonflight, because I've heard nothing but good things from like everybody so far, so. Ludovix. What's up, man? Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durndare? And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ha! How absurd. How absurd. As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the let me restate that whole sentence. As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the Observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Oh, okay. Well, fuck me, I guess. I'll just go somewhere else. Alright, yeah, I figured. So that chest piece is not better than what I have on. That's what I figured. Hello and have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I'm on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where in the hells is that knight I sent out on patrol? You should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform, that of House Durndare, as is mine. Okay, to the west. To the west, to the west. Class fun, dungeons are chaotic but fun. Story, I don't know, I skipped the cutscenes. God, you suck, Alan. That was like the worst review I've ever seen. I'm just kidding. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna probably get roped back into it at some point in time. I have this feeling that it's gonna happen. Between you and Barco. Go away, please, you little shit. Are you gonna get back into raids? The classic MMO experience. I can't help it, man. It's like, I really love MMOs. I hate that they all cost money. Nobody makes enough money to feed their MMO addiction. Literally 0 people make the amount of money they need to feed the amount of MMOs that they want to play. Nobody does. Keeled overnight. Rip. Oh no. Hello. Hooded assailants. Gasp. Gasp, ye scoundrels. You just use a defensive? Is this real life? Are you serious? Hooded assaulter. Nice. Nice. You alright, buddy? Aiding. I'm sending aid. Helping. If it wasn't for you, sir, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Spit! Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics were operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. Bye. Search for the missing knight. I found him. He's fine. I rescued him. I have to get this Goobu though. Come here, Goobu. Come here, Highland Goobu. Boom. Eat tomahawk. Nerd. Bye. Sucker. I mean, those. Okay, cool. So those are done also. Nice. Only 10 levels when we unlock Dark Knight. I'm pretty excited for that too. Hello, Ludovoix. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, sir. We are proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately your decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Navel. Okay. Wait, Goobus have fangs? They have like teeth. They're like whales. They're like land whales. Let me in. Alright, Edmely. Ah, the gentlemen come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovoix be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Forlamort up above. Okay. Alright, Forlamort. I'm coming. Forlamort. These stairs are kicking my butt. Running up the stairs. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, these stairs are. There's so many stairs. Holy. Are we there yet? What the frick? Yo. Oh my god, I'm gonna burn like 8 million calories before I reach top of these freaking stairs. Holy crap. Oh my. Are we there yet? Listen, you need to install a freaking elevator or something. That was ridiculous. How can you ask me to walk up all of those freaking stairs? Holy shit. I have to go up them a few times? Shut up. No, I don't. That was terrible. That was so awful. Do I actually? Frick. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between Southron nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Halone's will. I will not put our great nation at risk. Certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Oh. Pardon the intrusion, Forlamort. I wished to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I didn't realize you had a guest. Please, speak freely, Inquisitor Guillaume. Inquisitor Guillaume. You honor us with your presence, sir. With your presence, sir. The gentleman was just leaving. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durndare's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Corthus 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Corthus. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. it would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. I can just teleport. Bitch, you don't gotta tell me nothing. I was not aware you aided House Durndare in that fashion. Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. Useless. Useless. Hey, you. Who I've never met before. Tell me what I want to know. You there, sir. I could not help but overhear your conversation with the chief astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition in the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixal in that vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be of great comfort to me. Okay, I'll go see what is going on. Whee! Whee! Okay, at least I don't gotta run down the stairs. Did Sheldon die? Sheldon, did you jump down the stairs? Oh my gosh, I thought Sheldon got murdered. I was about to be so sad. What do you guys think of my bird's name? Every time I say it, I feel like an idiot. Which makes me love it even more. Ooh, I bet it's warm as shit in here. Oh my god, I bet it is so freaking warm. Oh my gosh, I bet it is so warm in this little igloo. Oh, it's a great name for a bird. Thanks, man. I agree. I think I'm pretty sure I just Googled a bunch of names and Sheldon was the one that stuck out to me, so that's what we called him. An ornery caracool. What is this, like a sheepus? It's like kind of like a sheepus, I guess. Is there any more? Oh, there's another one over here. I don't know how many of these I need to kill, so I'm gonna try to just snag this guy before these guys like reset. And then hopefully this guy doesn't reset either. Come on, bitches. I need you guys all to get together, please. Beautiful. So that one's just dead, so I'm not even going to focus on that one. Dang it. That one's dead. Fleece butt! The sheeps do a fleece butt. That's kind of funny, actually. How far away are we from these favorite characters of your guys's? Baskets of fleece. I bet that's important at some point in time in the game. Baskets of fleece? Soft white wool seared from sheep. Fleece and cotton wool. I bet Weaver's abusing that at some point, huh? Also, Gallum, you have maxed out Weaver, don't you? I freaking hate Weaver. It is like my least favorite, like, job crafter at the moment. It's a ways out. Oh, okay. A lot of my favorites are from Shadowbringers. I only have 58 for Weaver. Oh, okay, never mind. All rank 1 hunting logs. Entries for the Maelstrom complete. Yay! You guys, we did it. Wait, what? What does that mean? Oh, for Maelstrom. Yay! I can now go get... Wait, how come rank 2 didn't? Complete rank 1 objectives. Oh, I have to achieve the rank of Storm Sergeant 3rd class or higher. Okay. I can do that. Oh, you're only level 58. Well, I'm going to catch you soon then. Because I'm almost already level 30, so never mind. You also suck. I'm just kidding. Okay, hold on. I'm talking to this guy, so if you could freaking screw... Okay, you know what? You've killed everybody here. You've killed literally everybody here because you didn't want to let me just do this one thing. So you all have to die now. So I'm just going to kill you all. It's fine. Come over here, please. Yeah, you all have to die now. Blame your little friend right here who decided he wanted to stick his head somewhere where it didn't belong. Damn, okay. Sorry, Gal. I'm just kidding. Alright, you alright, buddy? I'm aiding you. Here's some aid. What a relief to see someone other than a goddamn bird man. I thought I could finish my work while the Ixal were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I froze to... Wait, who are you? You are not one of our knights. A man of House Durndale cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, sir. He's not really hiding. Like, this isn't like a hiding spot. You're just, like, chilling here. What? Does this guy know how to hide? Is hiding not, like, a natural concept to some people in this game? Like, that dude was just, like, chilling out in the open. Like, what? Tomahawk, 114 damage. Hiding is for cowards. Well. I've been called worse. Right, what is left? What is one? What is? I feel like I don't have very much left things to kill for Marauder. I need Red Horn Ogre. Oh, actually, I have a ton of things left to kill. Frick. Central Highlands, Central Highlands. Central, all these things are in this area somewhere. Holy frick! This place is actually massive. This is actually a gigantic map. Holy frick! What's the name of their primal? It starts with a G. Garbu. Right? Gabu. Garbu. Garbo. Garuda. Garuda. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Garuda. I was like, it starts with a G. It's something ridiculous. We all got there together eventually. Where am I going again? One of these buildings is supposed to... probably not in here though. Might be. It's probably not where I want to be. Sorry everybody. Ooh, look at this thing. An accompaniment. No, holy shit. That scared the frick out of me. I pooped like a little bit. Hello? I'm back. Oh my gosh, I have to go back up these freaking stairs. At least this time I'm on my chicken. Dun 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 dun. We zoom in. We're zooming. I don't even care the camera angle. The camera angle is messed up because we're zooming. We're going so freaking fast. This is, oh my gosh. It's insane that we have to walk all the way up those. Hello, Josia. The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. But you are eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you've already aided your own cause. House Durndale is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sight of Dravanian aggression. Yet you've already aided them twice, for which they are honor-bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the observatorium records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portalane for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durndale carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information about the other high houses. Okay, so we have to get this person to introduce us to somebody. Why are these guys wearing like dunce hats? You guys notice that? Like, they're wearing like dunce hats, like little party hats, like a dunce hat or a party hat or something. Like if I saw an army of people all wearing like these pointed like party hats, like that's not very intimidating. It is weird. They're like party knights. Whoa. What? They're like little party night guys. My bard wore one of the cone hats for the first 50 levels as soon as I... Wow, I'm so glad that I can fall all the way down from there. 2002, that was a good year. And not be murdered. I'm not saying that I don't love it. I'm saying that as far as like a knight goes, the hats look different on different people. So like on him, he's got like a front and a back to it, like a Sherlock Holmes hat, whereas hers is more like a circle. I like it, but I don't think it's scary. I'm not very intimidated by it. Bunch of nerds. Imagine getting ran at by people with pointy hats. Yeah. Unless it was like you say that, but then what if a rhino runs at you? Like, that's terrifying. I don't think the pointy hat makes it so not as scary as like the little like thingy on top. What is that? What is that tassel? The little tassel. This little tassel bit on top makes it not so scary. Head down and charge. Make it metal. If it was like a metal, like that might be a little more scary. I think the brim also, like, it makes me think of like Sherlock Holmes, where it's like you got like the two front and back bits on it. Not scary. Alright, I'm in here. I don't know if I'm just supposed to walk in here or what, but I did. You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First, you slay 2 heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you've rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses? I cannot deny that you've given us no cause to distrust you, but while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses? It is only fitting that you aid us one final time. Wouldn't you agree? God, I guess. Jeez, did you imagine this guy? Wow, are you serious right now? A 3rd time? Lord Portalane requires that you perform a 3rd task on behalf of House Durndare. Now, I understand you're very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a man of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound by Skyfire locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Halinarte, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. Okay, here I go. I also really like this, like, sparky bits that I've got going on whenever I'm just, like, kind of chilling as a warrior. I think it's very cool. It's very neat. It's very neat. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, the angry aura. Is that what we're calling it? The angry aura? Warrior angry, filled with lightning and fart waves. I mean, it's kind of farty. Oh, bad guys. It's like they laid like a cheese trail for me to follow. Level 30. Ooh, an assaulterer. What's up, man? Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. Oh, I didn't realize there was so many of them. I wouldn't have wasted it on that. Oopsie. Bye-bye, nerd. I mean, you guys are kind of weak. Just saying. You freaking rolled, noobs. I'm gonna level up here, I think. I'm definitely leveling up. Oh, actually, no. Those guys didn't give me any. Those guys gave me 100 experience points? What the fuzz? Okay, well, I got the stolen goods. You're right, that only took me a moment. It was pretty easy, actually. Because we're only level 30. 3 for 3. That's a good name for this quest, actually. So where's Ishgard? Is this Ishgard up here? No, that's Camp Drybone. Is Ishgard like an actual place? You can't get to Ishgard yet? Oh, it's the Foundation? Ah, okay. How come I can't get to Ishgard yet? Does it have to be unlocked to me, or is that like a different expansion? Alright, Portalane, I did it. Have you good tidings to share, or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? Yes, I have your things. There you go. You're welcome. Now introduce me to the other houses so I can be famous. God's bless you, friend. It's all here. Every last but wait, that chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells, that's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Frick. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Yes, please, verify the items. Fury take me a draconian rosary in the possession of Lord Francel? Yet, perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Halenart is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, sir. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Halenarti. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until his matter is resolved. So he's bad, right? I'm getting bad juju vibes from this guy. Like bad juju vibes. Like he's setting somebody up. Oh, it's part of Heaven's Word. So I probably don't have access to it at all, huh? The Rose and the Unicorn. Ooh, new pants. Probably not, actually. Come closer, lad, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He's a goodly righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Halenarte for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Eldeweese, and he will know you for a friend. Now go. Who the frick's this guy? Why is he in here with this guy if he'd think... Okay, whatever. Whatever. Me and my fart storm are out here. Okay, so we won't... Okay, so my approaching kind of the... Because I can do this whole quest, right, without... So this quest won't actually take me into Ishgard, right? Or is Heaven's Word... No, it's not. Hi, Hand of Crystal. I'm having a really good time so far. I appreciate you stopping in and seeing how we're doing. How are you? My name's Kilzor. I have just started playing Final Fantasy. I wouldn't want to say just started playing it, but Obsidian and Gallum and a few other people, Zartina, Tiff, a couple other people in my community convinced me to try it, and we have fallen in love with it. Arkin is somebody who's stopped along and has been hanging out with me, and there's a couple other people that I've met via playing this game as well, so we've made some good friends. And I'm so far I'm having a great time just kind of hanging out. Yeah, Ishgard is later, I'm pretty sure. But I don't have access to it. Well, I will have to do the subscription to have access to it, which I'm pretty sure is what Obsidian confirmed already. I think Arkin, didn't you say that Heaven's Word is a part of the free trial? Is that confirmed or no? I don't need to sub to have access, okay. You get it with Heaven's Word as part... Oh, it is? Okay, I get it. Stop. Chill, all you guys. Holy frick. Thank you. Appreciate it. Love you guys. Okay, so we will eventually make our way there, I promise. Farlia? Here, hold on, just so I'm not left out. There. Now we've all done it. Alright, you guys happy? Ridiculous, all of you guys. Alright, Francel. You're being attacked. Is this a kid? Yes, you look as though you have something to say. Do you? I seek an audience with the bearers of the White Lily. I will go... Wait, what? Is there an Eldeweese in your pocket? Or are you happy to meet me? So I'm supposed to do the Eldeweese, right? I see Sir Carolot has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. A pity it has not been seen in Corthus since the calamity. You may speak freely, your friend. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Well, somebody is, you know, pinning it on you or making you look like a bad guy. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the Draconian Rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if they harbor even the slightest doubt, this will only add weight to the incessant accusation our house has suffered of late. It is as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It is only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship? I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your query. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Harchfant of House Fortemps commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. Okay, we're going. Francel! He's like a little baby. I don't know, to be honest. Gallum, what do you know? Tell me the things that you... Actually, don't tell me the things that you do know, because I don't want to actually know all the things that you know. It's probably too much. Skyfire locks. How is... Okay, so who's that? Farlia and Hand of Crystal. Hand of Crystal, is it okay if I just call you Crystal? How are you guys this fine evening after joining? I think you guys are the only people that I haven't said anything to. Farlia just kind of like snuck in there. Feral Croc. These things are... They're like dogs with really long hair. That's what you call yourself too. Do you talk in the third person? It's a very important question. I don't know if Farley is still there, and if she is, she might be busy doing something else. We have to attune to the crystal, because if I don't do it, I will forget, and then all hell will break loose. Did it. I'm now attuned. Edwin? I'll be honest, from far away, I thought this was a sheep, and I was really confused. I was like, why is there a sheep in here? Edwin, it makes me think of Edwin from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And I don't know why. Probably because it's like the only other Edwin that I've ever met in my whole life. Wow! Look at this hall! I bet this place echoes. Why are you guys doing this shirtless? What is with squats in this game? This game freaking loves squats. If you guys didn't see the video that I put up today, here, I'll slide my socials in here if you guys want to go watch it. Or if you want to just go take a peek in the Discord for anybody who's a part of it. The video I put up today is a bunch of shirtless dudes doing squats in the river over in Thanalan. Like, what is it with this game and people doing squats? Oh, man. Squats are the excellent form of burning calories, I guess. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. If you were come to pay your respect, be at ease, friend. I am not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray tell me why you have come. I have a whole story lined up to tell you everything. Trying to promote a healthy lifestyle? Facts. Do your squats every day. Got a minute? Squats! Exactly. It could just be like a commercial to promote squats and having a healthy lifestyle. Yeah. If there's any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes. The letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required assistance. What might that be? I'm looking for a ship that flew 5 years ago and then crashed. So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Corthus before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Cartno, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. Sweet. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Fortemps. Thanks, dude. Is it Fortemps or Fortemps? What do you guys think? All right, we're gonna grab these pants. Although I don't think they're better than the pants that the pants and boot combo that I'm currently wearing. But we're gonna snag them anyways and just see. Oh, yep, they're not. Nope, didn't think so. Yeah, definitely not. Lord Harchefant has a proposal for how you might participate in his investigation. As you have doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House 4 Temps included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it will be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries of your own. Lady Nin of mine own House 4 Temps, who resides here in Camp Dragonbone, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There is also Cravelin of House Halenarti, who can be found at Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to sparse. Have you spoken with the chief astrologian of House Durandare yet? Really? Perhaps he will be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House 4 Temps. Do not concern yourself with House Zesmail. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the 3 I mentioned and return to me when finished. Wow, that was a lot of names that got thrown around there, and a lot of names that I couldn't pronounce, so I don't remember a single thing. Hey, look, here's Alfie and Sid. Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, let's bust a move on them really quickly. Alright, see him. So he's probably inside this gigantic building in front of me, over this 9 person is that we're supposed to talk to. 9! What's up, 9? Is it 9 or Ninny? Probably 9. Why, hello, good sir. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House 4 Temps does, for if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Halenarte have been found guilty of heresy in the recent days. Oh. Okay. So if she doesn't know, there's no way anybody else could know, because if they knew, she would definitely know. She's like the queen of gossip or something? Where are we going now? Let's see. I gotta talk to this person in the middle of... Oh, I gotta go all the way back. Holy frick. Alright, we're gonna make this run as quickly and as painless as possible. Oh, I also have to do my class quest. I probably won't do that tonight, actually. Unfortunately, y'all. Why does this place have a name? The Nail? Oh, that's why. Wait, is that a ship right there? No, that's the ship from the fight 5 years ago that I got knocked out of the sky or whatever, right? The Garlean's ship? No, that's not the Garlean's ship, is it? Or that's the Ishgard's ship. No, the Ishgards weren't involved in the fight, were they? Alright, now I'm just confusing myself by talking too much. Hello? Cravelin, what's up? Hello and grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? A friend of Lord Harchenfant? That's part of Dalamud, or Dalamund, or whatever. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Because I was at the very beginning, right, from 5 years ago? I want to help you, I truly do, but these accusations of hearsay have thrown House Halenarte into chaos. Right now, we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. Alright, well, they don't want to help me at all. Harchefant, that's what I said. What if I'm intentionally doing it? Does it count? Oh man, that's so funny. Hochifanti. That's probably more to what I said. Like, way more to what I said. That's how it's spelled, alright? Oh my god, these freaking stairs, I swear. Oh! Wait, who... I'm gonna invent an elevator in this game and just make like a whole bunch of freaking money. And Sheldon's just gonna get big and fat. Ooh, Farlia's got the big fat Chocobo though. Farlia needs to show me how to get the big fat Chocobo so that I can also have one. Oh no, we have to. She said I have to buy it. I think. You and your freaking stairs. No one of these guys are so skinny. I gather you have been busy since last we spoke. Lord Harchifanti? Lord Harchifant. Lord Harchifant missive was positively glowing, but if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policies, then you are sorely mistaken. We are at war, sir, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Guillermi arrived in Corthus, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of the Ishgardian society. If Lord... I quit! If Lord Harshafont? If Lord... Is it Harshafont or Harsh-ifont? Harshafont, right? That's right? If Lord Harshafont wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. Harshafont. I'll get it, I promise. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to bed tonight. Harshafont. And then I'm gonna come back in a week when we play this again, and I'm gonna call it Harshafonte, and Obsidian's gonna beat the shit out of me. Alright, Harshafont. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. No, I just like travel. I just basically spent 300 gil to walk across the world and learn absolutely nothing. Need some commands with Nate? Yeah, we do. Like Louis Sois? Louis, right? Louis, it's not Louis Sois. How do you say his name? Louis. Like I still say Louis Sois. I don't think that, is that right? Okay. That was the other one that I was like super messing up as well. Nor did I fear. It seems the whole Corthus is consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. Well, let's hope so, because I have no information right now. Lord Harshafont is concerned for Lord Francel's well-being. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Francel, of whom much have been whispered in recent days. I've received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading north towards the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I'm not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray journey to the Steel Vigil and see if Lord Francel's party requires assistance. Okay. You said it completely correct. Wow. I was trying to provide another example of words that I'm butchering, and I did not butcher that one. That was one, though, that I think I said Louis Sue or something for a while, just because it's, I think it's S-I-O-U-X at the end, and it's like the Louis bit is pretty obvious, and so Louis Sioux, because like the Indian tribe, it's a Sioux tribe, it's spelled the same way, and so I think that's probably where like the confusion is in my brain, is that like those letters together and those letters together make Louis Sioux, but together like as one word they do Louis. It's a French pronunciation, but isn't it Sioux? Isn't the Sioux tribe? Isn't that like a S-I? Is that not right? Am I completely wrong in my thinking on that as well? Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, I meant that's where my that's where I'm deriving it from. Is from that. But it looks like it is. This is another term for the Dakota people of their language. It could be French. No, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if it was. Oh, Louis Sois is pronounced in the... Oh, okay. Yeah. You'll quickly learn, if you end up staying around, Crystal, that I am very bad at pronouncing anything correctly when we play this. The Elysian in this game often have French-inspired names. All of the names in this game, I don't know how to say any of them, ever. Regardless of the origin. Ooh, look at this castle. It's kind of blown up though. Ooh, look at this big lad. Oh, a red horn ogre? Wait, there's ogres in this game? No way. What's up, man? You want to get freaking beat up? Oh, 356 damage? No way. Oh, he's dead. Oh my god, 414. Ooh! To be fair, most Rogadin names are impronounceable. Yeah, it's true. I think I saw one the other day that I was like, those are not real letters. Like, it was just like a bunch of just like random letters put together. And I was just like, I don't know how you expect me to pronounce that in any way, shape, or form. Like, I literally can't. Like, the letters don't make a sound when they're put together. It was something crazy. I love them. You guys are making fun of Arkan's people. Stop. It's like a puzzle frame. I wouldn't even call it a puzzle. Like, you literally, like, it is, like, you literally can't say it. I need to kill this thing, I think. It's from my hunting journal. It's important. Come on, Sheldon. Let's beat him up. That's why my Chocobo's name is Sheldon, because he, you know, I would imagine that people in this world wouldn't be able to pronunciate Sheldon's name. They would just be like, how do you say that? Because the names are so insane in this game. There's another one. I need to kill 4 of them? What the frick? Is this real life? Yeah, get him. Get him. Nice. Good attack, bird. We're just gonna do this. Boom. See ya. I need 2 more of those. Alright, Francel. Who goes there? Kilzor? No, stay back. The fiend is still here. Oh my gosh, look at it. What's up, man? I heard you're a fiend. Is that true? Because I disagree. I don't think you're very fiendish. I think you're just misunderstood. That's okay. It's okay to be misunderstood. You are kind of scary looking, so I guess I could see how you could be misunderstood. But you're fine. And now you're dead. So enjoy your nap, and we'll speak again next time. I call Francel Pretzel. Hello and be praised. You did it! But what of the others? The 3 knights who accompanied me. Where are they? Well, there's one right over here. I already saved him. He's fine. He's super Gucci. What's up, unsettled knight? You're fine. Yeah, here's some aid. You're welcome. Okay, I didn't know that you were going to say anything to me, and I would not have clicked away if I thought you were going to say something to me. Whoopsie. Unnerved knight. Curse those fiends. It's as though they knew we were coming. How dare they? How dare they know anything beyond just eating your face? We're a bunch of jerks. Hi, unfit knight. Confound it all. How are we to redeem House Halinarte if we cannot even slay a single Avis? We are fortunate you came along when you did, sir. House Halinarte will remember your kindness. Okay, bye. I saved your people, Pretzel. Happy? Oopsie. Now I'm giving you aid. I decided instead of giving you aid while I was here with you, I would wait until I gave aid to 3 other people and then came back and then gave you aid, so that, you know, just this whole process. Because I don't want you to leave until after your knights left, you know. It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scalekin. Moreover, it was House Halinarte that yielded the Steel Vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy, and despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. Aw, Francel. Alright, Francel, I'm gonna kill another one of these scaly things for you. Just to make you happy. Ooh, yeah, fire away. You got it. I believe in you. Nice. That was very good. You did a great job. Oh, you did. Get freaking whooped on, noob. Right, report to Harshafant. I need to kill more of these ogres? No, I don't need to kill more ogres. Oh, wait. Did I not? I need to kill one more. Hold on. We need to kill one more Avis. I thought the Avis in the quest counted, but it did not. Whew. I really liked the tomahawk throw. I think it's so cool. It's so fun. the like the like front flip that he does is super sick. Yeah, you're not gonna get this off. Sorry. Oh, he got it off still. He didn't do any damage to me, but he got it off. I'm kind of blown away. The animation is great. I don't know if like the flip is the same on all the other characters, but it's like a really tiny like little Lalafell. I think it's sick. Well, I only have one more left to go. I just have to kill the Snowstorm, Goobu, and White Brim. Where's White Brim? Oh, it's over there. Oh, I'm sure we'll make our way over there eventually. Alright, any of my non-subs out there, I think you're about to get hit with a commercial. I think it's going to auto-run in just a second, so we're going to wrap this up here. So if you get hit with the commercial, feel free to leave. Have a good night, but I'm going to turn this quest in, and then we're going to kind of wrap things up, so just wanted to give you guys a heads up. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see, a reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francel at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of a man who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Guillerme has conducted his investigations. In any case, if you wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name, and, by association, yours. Sweet. We'll pick up this next quest, sure, why not? As I see it, the key to proving Lord Francel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself discovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. So it's found in a locked chest, labeled as a property of Lord Francel. If the rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here's what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Korthus, so he may have some inkling of who is responsible. Sweet. Alright, let's see here. I think we're going to open this up because I'm curious what kind of weapon we get here. Get a nice spiked mithril. Is it better? It is. Oh my gosh. I finally get a different... Oh, look at it. Look at this weapon, you guys. It's huge. Look at this massive axe. Oh, you guys have no idea. I'm so freaking strong now. Look at it. Oh, imagine being attacked with that. Just freaking splitting skulls open with that thing. Whew! You guys have no idea. Look at it. Ugh. Huge. So huge. Scary. Scary Lalafell. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You guys be afraid. Be afraid of the scary Lalafell. Alright, you guys. You guys know what time it is. You guys know what time it is. I'm so sorry. But it's bedtime. For me. Maybe for some of you. But definitely for me. It's definitely time for me to go to sleep. I appreciate